So, good afternoon. I'm happy to have with me this afternoon Rick Coberbauman. Rick is the new Executive Director of MCC Canada. Rick, thank you very much for spending a few minutes with us today.
And we are, of course, honored that you're taking some time to be so attentive to this. Thank you, Peter.
Rick, we're happy to have you. Rick, we're interested in this campaign that MCC, Mennonite Central Committee Canada, has launched called A Cry for Home. Can you tell us why you've done this?
Yes, we have a long history in Palestine, Israel. We've been there since 1949 and working with a variety of partnerships, certainly people in the Palestinian community, people in the Jewish-Israeli community. We would say partners who are interested in a lasting and just peace in the region. And we're getting strong voices of invitation for MCC to take a role in, well, to take a larger role, I suppose, I would say, in the advocacy towards a just peace in the region. It's not that we haven't had a role before, but I think we've not been quite as focused or as deliberate about it as this is going to, we hope, turn out to be.
What would you say are the main objectives of the program, the campaign?
Well, we're certainly looking to have thoughtful and compassionate Canadians take a little closer look than they may have in the past. That would certainly include people in our own Mennonite, or as we sometimes call them, Anabaptist churches, who really are the owners and the people that give governance and direction to Mennonite Central Committee. But we're very thrilled that people like you, Peter, in your NGO are also looking to invite people to take a closer look at how a just peace for all, and I've used that term a few times, we really are trying to be clear about this being a just and lasting peace for all people who call Palestine Israel home. I think one of the differences possibly this time for us, a voice that I think we're trying to be clear about both listening to and being in dialogue with, is the voice of the Jewish community, who are often very cautious when they hear of other groups like Mennonite Central Committee taking a justice or an advocacy role here. And I think we want to be clear that we take seriously the fact that there is insecurity and there is harm that is coming to people in all parts of the Palestine-Israel community, and that a cry for home is really about secure, dignified place to call home for all parties, for all peoples.
Rick, does the campaign have a start time and an end time?
Well, we've committed to at least 3 years, and it was kicked off here just this fall. We had guests at our national gathering in Winnipeg a few weeks ago, and have now sent materials to churches, and also have all of the materials accessible online.
Rick, about 3 years ago, I was thrilled that your colleagues in Amman, Jordan, the Mennonites in Amman, Jordan, were extremely helpful to me in visiting some Palestinian refugee camps in Jordan. And in the information on the cry for home, I wasn't clear whether the Palestinian refugees, who also, of course, want a home as well, whether they're included in this campaign or not.
You're talking about people that could have been outside of Palestine since 1948, but stayed in the region?
Or 67, because some of those ones in that camp were, yeah.
Yes, I mean, broadly speaking, yes, we would be concerned about their need for a secure home as well. Of course, not necessarily all of those peoples are inclined to go back to Palestine, Israel, but that would certainly be part of the big picture here as well.
Well, Rick, I'm very appreciative. I know these kinds of efforts take a lot of work. Your materials are available on your website, and I will link them on mine, put posts on them. And I want to thank you very much for spending a few minutes today telling us why you're doing what you're doing and what its dimensions are. So thank you very much for your time.
And we thank you as well, Peter. Much appreciated.
Have a great day.